Good evening. 6. Are you able to see me? Are you able to see me? Hi Tyag. Are you able to see me? Hi Aru. Aru, can you see me? Hi Usha. Hey Gaurav. Thank you for the sound check. So, as always, we wait for the number 50 or 2 3 minutes, whatever. Oh, yes, thank you. Namaskar, Sunil. So, we are on the fifth story today, very interesting story today, fifth episode rather. So, I'm sure this story is, it is going to motivate you, inspire you, and if you're watching with your kids, they should watch it, or later you can share with them. This is one amazing story. Hi, Priyanka. Hi, Vinita. Hi, Prabha. Hi, Shravya. Some more time. We are just waiting for that number. Hi, Aarti and Prithvi. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. So this is the fifth episode, and I can see some 22, 23 people are watching. And trust me, this is going to be one of the stories you will take for stories you can share with people. Hi, Ranjita. Hi, Atul sir. Hi, Jyoti. Hey, Ruchi. So the story is from the book India's Most Fearless. Hi, Renu. Hi, Ratish. Part 1. So there are two parts of this book. Atul sir, with me the evening will be good, so don't worry. Hi Ashish, hi Sridhar, everybody. So 26, 27. I'll wait for some more. Hi Vaishali, hi Ranjita. So today would be another riveting story about a brave heart, and then something very close to my heart because I know him personally and have been known him since year 2000, so pretty long. Hi Poonam. So we are at the count 31. So ladies and gentlemen, we had 4 episodes earlier. This is the 5th one. This is the story of naval officer. He's a naval captain now. His name is Captain Varun Singh. So he's a captain now. His name is Captain Varun Singh. So this story happened when he was a very young officer, rank of lieutenant in Indian Navy. So this was his story, the story of a brave marine commando. We say Marcos. Hi Yogesh, hi Lokesh. So I have the privilege of knowing Captain Varun. So in the year 2000, that is when we were posted in a naval base. That was my second appointment after ship. So we were posted in a base called INS Kalinga in Visakhapatnam, and there was this Marine Commandos unit where now Captain Varun was part of. So what is the difference between a naval rank of a captain and an army captain? So in army you have a rank structure of second lieutenant, captain, then you go to major, and the further rank lieutenant colonel, brigadier. In navy the captain rank is a very senior rank, and in army it is the second most the third rank. So a naval captain is a senior captain. He's Shaurya Chakra. Currently he is serving in Indian Navy. He's just relieved the command of one of the training ships called INS Tir. So he's commanding Navy and is a Shaurya Chakra. And yes, he's very well there. And Hiren, yeah, you have not missed anything, Haru. So if you can Google, you Google Varun Singh, Captain Varun Singh. Amazing story of him. Amazing story of him. So the story goes back. The interesting fact. Hi Adrija. So the interesting fact is when Varun was born, when Captain Varun was born, his जन्म कुंडली जो होता है ना बर्थ के टाइम जो भी स्टार अलाइनमेंट सो हिज फादर हु वाज आल्सो एक्स नेवल पर्सनल उसके फादर ने आफ्टर वो बर्थ चार्ट देखने के बाद ही हैड सेड दैट ही विल मीट हिज एंड इन वाटर ये पानी में इसका डेथ होगा सो दैट इज़ वाई इन ऑर्डर टू टेक दैट हेड ऑन उसने उनका नाम भी वरुण रखा कि चलो सो वी कीप योर नेम एज वरुण एंड देन वरुण ग्रू अप and at a very young age, say when he was in 6th standard or 8th standard, 6 to 7th standard, the goal was very very clear कि जाना है तो टेररिस्ट को मारना है सिंपल देयर वाज नो ये कि आर्मी में जाना है नेवी में जाना है एयरफोर्स में जाना है इट वाज कि फौज में जाना है टेररिस्ट को मारना है सिंपल सो दैट इज व्हाट how the first dream happened and he in his book and when I also know him personally had seen his few interviews and then he aligned himself towards that goal so after that he वो बोलते हैं ना his favorite dialogue is also this शाहरुख खान का जो डायलॉग है कि अगर आप शिद्दत से किसी चीज़ को चाहो तो फिर पूरा कायनात उसे मुकम्मल करने में जुट जाता है सो दैट इज़ व्हाट ही बिलीव एंड देन दैट विद दैट बिलीव आई गणेश सो विद दैट बिलीव he worked towards joining the armed forces. That's how he cleared his NDA exams, National Defense Academy, and then he was one of the rising stars there, best cadet, and he knew that in order to if you have to encounter terrorists you have to be in army and if you have to be in army you have to be in JNK. All that was repeating in his mind, but then luck would have been he chose Navy. In fact his father said why don't you join Navy, so he was knowing that if I am joining Navy there goes my dream of killing a terrorist because Navy is generally at sea and you don't get that chance. So only chance you get in Navy is when you go and become elite force. So what is elite force is the commandos, like last 2 episodes back I was telling you a story about a Garud commando, Air Force. So Air Force commandos are called Garuds. Army they are SF special forces, and the Navy today which I am focusing, Navy is the marine commandos. They are called Marcos. उनको दाढ़ी वाली फौज बोलते हैं, दाढ़ी वाले फौज. So Marcos. So now Varun knew the only chance to go and get something interesting was to join the Marine Commandos. But then Marine Commandos, the course itself is so tough. It's a close to 100 weeks course, and then as I said in a few previous episodes also, it's like movie Prahar, and it is one of the toughest course. And once you enroll, you don't know whether you are going to be a commando or not, because you may be boarded out at any point of time because of injury or whether you cannot cope up, or so many parameters vary. So Varun after joining the Navy, then he was posted in a ship, but his like बोलते हैं ना दिल नहीं लगता था वहाँ पर. So he knew that he has to do something special, and then that's the time he got married, and he also has a kid. He had his daughter born, so every chance started getting dwindling, but then his wife stood by him, and she knew that he's missing something, and that's how he joined the special diving course, which starts with the diving course, and then he became a specialist diver who can go to 180 feet deep in water and operate. And thereafter, the other missing link was going to be elite, in the elite force. So Navy happened to have Marcos. So Marcos is a very old, 1987 it was built. The unit was formed in order to have a upper hand for all the naval establishment, as well as protecting the assets of Navy. So the Marine Commandos are started getting posting in Kashmir from the year 1996. So they got their first posting in 1996. So 1996 Kashmir mein, along with army, so this one unit was posted, and they were to fight the counter insurgency and terrorist movement, etc. So this particular operation is called as Op Rakshak. So all those kids who are watching me, it's called Op Rakshak. So in Kashmir, there is Vular Lake in the Bandipora district. So Vular Lake is a very beautiful lake. If you Google and see, and pictures queue. But that is also when it freezes in winter, it is like the ice bed, and that is the route taken. Across there is mountain, so that is the route taken by Atangwadis or the Kashmiris to Atangwadis to terrorists to come from across the border to this side, because it reduces 40 kilometers straight away reduce kar deta hai if they come through that lake. That is why Marine Commandos was posted. And then Varun happened to be after joining the Marine Commando course, he became a commando, Marine Commando, and then he was posted in the Kalinga, INS Kalinga, that is the Marine Commandos base. Thereafter, he was posted to Kashmir, and he was attached to an army unit called 15 RR, 15 Rashtriya Rifles. Okay, so they were tasked to protect the Vular Lake. So now on that day, so they were just waiting from December 99, and it's a tenure of 6 months for Marine Commandos. It's a tenure of 6 months to 1 year, and before they are swapped with the another team. So already 5 months spent from December to May. Varun and his team were waiting for some action, and they were only patrolling, and they have not got any kill or any direct encounter with the terrorists. तो वो लोग सिर्फ patrolling करते थे. And this was the time where I share my connection with Captain Varun. So he was posted from that same unit, INS Kalinga, where I was posted as the electrical and missile officer there. From there was a commando base also in that same place, and from there, since Varun was also from the same unit, so we used to know about we used to inquire about the well-being of people out on action everywhere. So May 2000, there came a news to that particular unit that there is some infiltration on the other side, and to that the naval commando team and the army team has to rush and see if there are anything. So entire 8 commandos plus the army commandos, so they went and they recceed the entire unit, पूरा ऊपर नीचे सब देख लिए, in order to find if there is any terrorist. So unfortunately they couldn't find, after a patrolling of say 10 to 12 hours, they couldn't find anything. So when they were ruining their luck that they have not encountered any terrorists, that is the time Varun gets a RT from his unit, army unit. वो बोले कि at a place called Putushai village, there are terrorists who are holed up in a 2-story building, and वहाँ पर gun fight चल रहा है. तो he was his army unit officer, Colonel Jha, called him, and then Varun requested permission that he be made part of that operation. He and his buddy, one of his buddy. Like buddy is someone, it's a pair of soldiers, like he and his buddy. Now his buddy was Vijay Singh Rawat, who was a naval sailor and a commando. And later in the story, you will see the act of bravery by both of them. And then they are living to share their experience today to world. So when Varun gets called, so both Varun and Vijay Singh, both of them travel as soon as possible to reach that particular village. And as soon as they reach that village, they find that their commanding officer is standing out at a distance, and then the gunfight is going on inside, yeah, Lola, Kedar, yeah, thanks Kedar. So the gunfight is going on. So along with the army team, Varun was also, now Varun and Vijay was also specialized in IEDs and many other aspects of the Marine Commando training. So they joined the army team, and within moment all other surrounding houses were evacuated, and now stands this one single house which was the tallest house in the vicinity. And they came to know that there are 3 terrorists holed up in that particular house. So it was the operation was happening somewhere in the afternoon, and the unit was knowing that before the sunset happens, they have to take hold of the situation. Otherwise, there are chances that the terrorists may slip up. So Vijay and Varun, both of them went to the adjacent house, which was to the next compound, and army team was giving the cover, and they were in close to the house where the terrorists were holed up. So while going up, while looking, seeing the other house, so Vijay requested permission from his senior, that is Varun, whether he can throw the grenade. So one grenade. So in the Commando West, so there are space for 2 grenades. So one West, from one of the pockets, Vijay takes one grenade and he throw it on the 2nd floor of that building, and expecting that terrorist will jump off. So but nothing happened for few minutes. So the initial reaction would be that you throw a grenade and then there would be some firing from that end. So after some time, he took the 2nd grenade and he threw again on the 1st floor. Again there was no movement, so practically there was no movement from the terrorist. So now there's only 2 grenades left with Varun. 2 of Vijay is already exhausted. Uske baad Varun takes one grenade and he was about to throw that, before preparing for throwing. Then he gets a RT from his unit, army team head, that why don't you come down and we have to do explosion. So they made IED, which is RDX composition, and within no moment, Varun and his team and the army team, they placed that IED in front of that house. Now that house had a cowshed in the compound. Ghar hai to piche there was a cowshed. So when they put the IED, and within no time the IED blast happened, all of the soldiers took cover, and within no time the entire building came collapsed. Ye pura building, without any bricks going here and there, it came crumbling. And they expected that the terrorists would be there inside, and then either they would have dead, or they would have they would fire or whatever. So when the building came crashing, and after some time, when they cleared everything and when they charged inside the debris, they saw one of the terrorists hanging there. He was practically dead. So they went close and they took one more shot on his head to ensure that he's dead. But to their surprise, they could only find one terrorist, and they were having the even intelligence that there are 2 more terrorists holed up somewhere, but they couldn't find anywhere, even in the debris. By this time, getting the first kill after 6 months of winter, so people were pretty excited. So that was one loose moment, which Varun also describes in this interview in this book, that was one loose moment which happened. And then within no time, they started searching here and there, and terrorists could have got that chance, and they were hiding in the cowshed. So now, in the anxious, in the anxiousness of the situation, cowshed ke piche, someone said that पीछे जो गाय का कोठी है उसमें एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं. And then the standard procedure would have been, to launch a rocket launcher or a grenade and blast it, and then you go there. But then a bit anxious, someone from the team, he just went there and he tried opening that cowshed ka gate. The moment that cowshed ka gate was opened, there came two bullets, dhak dhak, from the the weapon they were carrying, and the soldier who went there was an army jawan known as his name was Reddy. He's given as Reddy, and he collapsed within no time. So that was one probably mistake they made, and which could not have happened. So by this time, everyone started taking cover. And then everyone was shocked and surprised that these two terrorists are moving straight in front of you. दोनों वहाँ से बाहर निकल के with their gun in the mode to burst. So Varun was also taking cover near one of the walls there, and he could see that two of his soldiers were there and they have literally frozen, saying this situation. मतलब वो मोमेंट में पता नहीं चला करना क्या, and rest of them jumped the wall to take secure position. So Varun jumped there and दोनों soldiers को हटा के he knelt on his knee, and then वो पूरे थॉट्स होता है ना कि दिस इज द मोमेंट यू हैव जॉइंड आर्म फोर्सेस, ये तुम्हारे बचपन का सपना था करके. एंड देन ही जस्ट हेल्ड बुलेट्स, धड़ाधड़ धड़ाधड़ 7 गोलियां. दिस इज व्हाट ही सेज, बिकॉज इन मार्कोस दे से एक गोली एक दुश्मन, यू डोंट हैव टू वेस्ट योर एम्यूनिशंस. तो 7 बुलेट्स एंड बोथ द टेररिस्ट वेयर डाउन. सो जब गिरते गिरते व्हाट हैपेंड वाज, एक टेररिस्ट का जो उंगली था दैट रिमेन्ड ऑन द वेपन, एंड गिरते गिरते one stray bullet just passed on to Varun's chest, where he was. अब the miracle here is कि वो चेस्ट को ना लगते हुए वो जो 2 ग्रेनेड था which he was holding, एक ग्रेनेड के टॉप पे जाकर लग गया. So the bullet comes and hits the grenade's top, and grenade's top. And within no moment, Varun was wearing a vest, a tight vest, which was gifted to him by his brother-in-law, a uniform vest, and he mentions in that. And because of that vest, also the impact was, lesser compared to the standard vest. So जैसी grenade के ऊपर लगा, so rather than exploding, it Varun had the entire splinters all over. By this time, the in charge of that particular operation said to blow the cowshed, and now Varun was lying near that cowshed, and this was relayed to his team member Vijay Singh Rawat, where I said that now look at the bravery of this guy. So the moment he was told that, he said कि नहीं सांप पड़े हुए हैं वहाँ पर. So then he said whoever it is, आपके पास सिर्फ इतना टाइम है, we have to come out of there. So Vijay Singh went there. He initially went near terrorists, and to ensure that they are dead, he took 2 shots on their head, both of them dead, and then he took the pulse of Varun, and now he took out that grenade, and he knew that ऊपर का जो detonator था, he has to defuse it. So he diffused it, he threw that. Had he not done that, it would have exploded, and probably nobody would have survived. Even Varun would not have survived. Now with this injury of the grenade, when it hit, when the stray bullet hit, so Varun already had his chest exposed, chest blasted, the entire ribs were broken, and he was bleeding profusely. Now, do you know, even today, after so many years of that incident, so he had total 78 splinters in his body, 78 splinters. And after operation, some 15 splinters were removed. 63 splinters are still there in his body. 63 splinters are still there in his body even today. So now he was in a injured condition. So he was took by his unit people, and he was strapped to a stretcher, and they were running and taking him to jeep. In that entire melee, everyone thought that he's dead because he's no more. But his pulse, only his counterparts were feeling his pulse, but he was oozing blood everywhere, chest खुला है, हाथ एक हाथ टंग रहा है. And later in an interview, Varun says that वो मोमेंट था कि जब मुझे मालूम था मरना है, तो वो एक ये होता है ना कि ठीक है तुम मारोगे या तुम मरोगे. अगर भगवान ने मुझे पूछा कि क्या तुम्हारे बदन का दोगे, तो मैं बोलूँगा मेरा हाथ ले ले. एंड देन ही सेड कि एवरीथिंग हैपेंड एंड हिज हैंड्स वेयर ऑफ, इट वाज डैंगलिंग एंड he didn't have right hand to right hand was gone, and then his entire body was bleeding. And so when he was airlifted, so now when he was planned to be airlifted, एकदम अंधेरा था, so you don't have a chance. But the two army unit guys who were his friend, and one of them was his batchmate, so the army pilots lifted him within the window of 5 minutes. रात होने के पहले they got that clearance, and then they took him to Srinagar. And when he was entered into the hospital, everyone declared him dead. मतलब he's gone, he's no more, And the same thing happened back in the unit when since I was posted in that unit in INS Kalinga. That day when we came to know, and then there was a gloom in the officers mess, saying that probably Lieutenant, that time he was a Lieutenant Varun may not make it, But then everyone was positive. He was such a brave officer. And so when Srinagar in the hospital, as I said, even the doctor, there was Lieutenant Colonel Kale, who was there and who was told that there is an officer who's coming and who's injured. So when he first looked at him, he said, okay, there is no way anyone could save him. But then later in the book he says, I don't know what compelled me to stay back. मुझे वहाँ रुकना था और देखना था कि मैं इसे कैसे बचाऊं करके. And then everything happened. They stitched him पूरा ऊपर से नीचे, entire thing blasted. His hands are not there, पैर पे लगा हुआ है. But only thing was जोश, that जोश of बोलते हैं ना कि cheating the death, जिसको बोलते हैं cheating the death, पूरे उसमें he was there. And then after 2 days on May 5th, that was the first time he opened his eyes, and he could at least whenever doctors used to ask him कि how are you feeling, he could not talk, but वो intoxication में सिर्फ हाथ thumbs up करता था कि सब सही है करके. And then later he went on from hospitals to hospitals, operations on his body. And then later he says that when he was shifted to Delhi in a military hospital, so now he was downgraded a medical category, so he was no more active to participate in a combat or war. So he says that I was only requesting the next 2 years सारे nurses और doctors को morphine दे दो मुझे. पेन इतना होता था कि I was only pleading कि pain करके. But in all that thing he stood out brave, and to that effect he killed 2 terrorists himself, and then there for the world to see him. And he says that moment was that moment, that moment was I lived for my entire life was that moment. मैं इसी के लिए पैदा हुआ था, मैं इसी के लिए ये था कि ये होना ही है करके. And later when he came back to the unit in Kalinga for a brief this thing, so we had the privilege of meeting him. And then of course later when he was CEO of the ship, so that time we had hands-on hearing experience from him sitting in the officers mess, and goosebumps, literally goosebumps on someone who's there, his hands in rods and whatever you say, right hand. Now the best part is that the officer went on later in 2016, he commanded that unit. He was the first commanding officer of the Marine Commandos unit called INS Karna. He was the commanding officer, wherein even the armed forces bestowed on him that respect and faith. And the author says, or the that first salute when he took as a commanding officer, so when he raised his right hand to salute, that showed that so much has gone into that particular salute, years and years of this thing, bravery and this. So later, after his when he was discharged from hospital, he went on to go to a training school. Then he commanded various ships, and now comes the second part. To this act of valor and bravery, Varun